Adam Sandler is one of the most powerful box office stars in the world today. For the past 10 years, he has been creating memorable characters on television and film. Here is a look at some of them.
The price is wrong, bitch.
I think you've had enough. No? Now you've had enough.
All right, last time. Here he goes. Here he goes.
My God! There's a stick there. Somebody should move it.
Some of us will never ever find true love.
Like, take for instance, me. And I'm pretty sure that guy right there. And that lady with the sidebars. And basically everybody at table 9.
I would be honored if you played football for this team.
Me? Play football?
Yes.
Thanks, but no thanks, Coach. My mama wouldn't let me play no football.
We're gonna go home. You and I, we're gonna talk to Mama.
Mama said that, mama said that.
Paul Thomas Anderson is the Academy Award-nominated filmmaker behind the critically acclaimed films Boogie Nights and Magnolia. His latest film is Punch Drunk Love. It has earned him the Best Director Award at this year's Cannes Film Festival and stars Sandler in what critics are calling the best performance of his career. Here is the trailer from that film.
And all at once I knew at once, I knew it didn't me.
I have so much strength in me, you have no idea.
The day I died, I knew it was me.
I have a love in my life. It makes me stronger than anything you can imagine.
He needs me, he needs me, he needs me, he needs me.
I am pleased to welcome Adam Sandler and Paul Thomas Anderson to this table to talk about that movie and many other things. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Great
Great
to
to be here.
Good evening. Good to see you again. We were just saying this is the third or fourth?
Third time.
Third time here. Where did the idea for this come from? Time Magazine?
Well, Time Magazine helped.
Yeah.
There was a story about the guy who collected all this
Yeah.
pudding, which is a true story. A guy went and bought thousands and thousands of dollars worth of pudding that equaled 1 million frequent flyer miles. So that helped. But the main impetus was wanting to write something for Adam. I think I had a lot of different chunks and ideas and notions in search of a story kind of thing. But meeting Adam was really the trigger to get to work.
Okay, now let me just get on that because it is the notion, you know he's box office. Now, was it part that, but also something else? It was something about him.
Wasn't it all that?
Yeah.
Or was it, what, go ahead.
No, I've been trying to sell out for a while.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
So, if you want to sell out big time.
Go
Don't go half the way. You know.
Get some of that Sandler money.
Some of that Sandler money. Ride that Sandler wheel, that vehicle.
I think that
See, they're trying to hitch themselves to you, all of them. You know,
I got
you got Joe Roth out there, and you, all you guys are
I
just.
tell you, Jonathan Demme too.
Demme too?
Oh my God, we have a competition for Adam
Demme
Sandler.
takes
You
credit,
got 7 movies coming out? How many?
I have no idea. I have a production company too, so you know what I mean. I'm here to work, Charlie.
Well, exactly, me too. That's the way I say. They say, "Why do you do a nightly show?" I'm here to work.
Exactly. You know? I'm not going to be happy until I get a pig bell. Seriously. You want one? I want one of those things.
It's made me a different man.
Right
You know,
I'm in.
it'll give you more energy. It'll
I
make you
need
better
some.
looking.
I hope.
More energy, more color in your face.
I
you know,
got to
happier,
increase
funnier.
this vocabulary. That's what I'm looking to do.
Well, I've got the doctor for you if you decide to do this in
Thank
about
you.
50 years.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Does he have a jacket also?
Exactly.
What are you talking about? You need a jacket for the show? I've watched the show. I've seen guys not wearing jackets.
Absolutely. They've done almost everything here. So you get a call from him or
Yes.
you're somebody.
Yes.
Now, do you want to work with him?
Well, here's what happened.
Paul called and asked to come and hang out. We were shooting Little Nicky at the time, another movie, and Paul comes over, hangs out with me for we hung out for like 5 hours, say, and he just talked about some of the stuff I've done in the past, and he's a Saturday Night Live fan, so we talked about that stuff, and I just thought he was a great guy, and I loved Boogie Nights, and then a week later, Magnolia came out, and I saw that movie, and I was like, "Well, this guy
knows what he's doing.
He's pretty damn good, isn't he?" he said he wanted to work together and do a movie together, and I was just excited, and he went to work.
I mean, for you, knowing that you can make movies and lots of movies, to have the possibility of sort of stretching and working in a different direction with a guy who obviously is a craftsman.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
It was exciting for that reason, for getting to do something different, getting to be with a guy that it's nice to make new friends too in life, and it was nice to meet this guy and like him, and also when you shoot a movie, you're going to be together a long time, and I was excited to try to accomplish something that I haven't really done before.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, no, liking someone as an actor is one thing, but liking them as a person, you gotta know. All right, you're going to be fun to be with for a couple of years, because it's going to be a couple of years at the end of the day, and you're going to want to know them, and you want to know that they're going to have a similar work ethic. And Adam creates all his own movies, so it was just kind of like verifying what I thought about him to be the truth. It was sort of like, good, all right, I can see that you're a good guy. Are you really?
Yeah, right,
you know?
right. And only by hanging out can you figure out some of those stuff.
Yeah.
Here's what he had said about himself. He once said, "I don't know if I'm the type of guy who wants to run the world like Spielberg or retreat to a mansion in London like Kubrick. I just haven't figured it out yet."
Oh, that's a bit arrogant,
But it was a long time ago, too.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Or just figure out how to be myself.
Exactly.
Might be a smart idea.
Before we see the first clip, and we've seen the trailer, tell me what this movie is about and why.
It's about getting in tune. It's a love story between Adam and Emily.
Right.
About a guy with 7 sisters.
Right.
With 4 blonde crazy brothers coming after him, and it's just about getting in tune and finding your music, I think.
That's what it is? What would you add to that?
It's love, loneliness, becoming happy with yourself and comfortable with yourself, and trying to lose some insecurities and growing up.
Getting out of your house.
Getting out of your house. Roll tape. The first scene we'll see is in which you and Emily, she plays Lena, meet for the very first time outside Barry's office. Here's that clip. Take a look. So who is Barry Egan?
Wow, that's Barry Egan. Paul sometimes says it's a lot of. I'm a lot like Barry Egan.
Yeah.
I think I've seen myself behave like Barry. I've seen my brother be like Barry. I've seen my friend Judd act like Barry sometimes. I've seen that. I stole from a lot of people in my life, and I just basically was trying to be this guy that he created.
That he created, yeah.
Yeah.
Were you instantly ready to do this? I mean, after you met him and liked him?
Yeah, I was instantly in. I was instantly, all right, I didn't know what the movie was going to be. I remember when Paul gave me the script and I read it and just I'm like, oh, this guy is me. Okay, this guy, am I going to be able to do this? I was nervous, but I was in. There was no way I was going to say, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, the experience is worth it.
Yeah, right.
Did you want to change after Magnolia? I mean, did you say basically, look, it's a very heavy film with a lot of heavy talent. Let me go in a different direction with someone who has a different kind of temperament.
Completely. And I think I was also in a good mood. You sort of follow. Right. You always want to get away from where you were last. Your just instinct is always like, I want to go left. I can't stand any more cancer. I can't stand any more sadness. I've got to. And it was funny because at the time that I was finishing up the editing, like the chicken noodle soup to that was Adam's movies, and just kind of really being consumed like, I want a piece of that, and I want to learn how to do that because. yeah, you don't want to repeat yourself. You always want to keep moving forward.
Sure.
And I think I was in a good mood, feeling happy.
What did you discover about him that you didn't know as an actor?
I think I got even luckier than I thought I might get. It was like striking gold. Just his, most of all, his the work ethic, like the ability to work really hard for a really long period of time, really intensely, and still have an amazing sense of humor
And humanity.
Yeah.
Well,
Did you know? I mean, what is this work ethic about? I mean, is it just simply that this is what you enjoy doing, and you're on a wave and let's ride it?
I gotta tell you, I've been kind of having since I'm 17. I wanted to be a comedian. I wanted to be good at what I did, and I wasn't that great at it for a long time. I don't ever think I became a master, but I'm still trying to grow. But it's consumed my head. It's what I woke up thinking was I want to be good. I want to write jokes. I want to become comfortable as an actor. And I think that's what drives me, is that I'm kind of obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I was doing Paul's movie. I've seen Paul's other movies. I thought they were incredible, and I knew he wrote an incredible script. So I said, I better step it up in my head, and I didn't want to fail.
And you're continuing to grow in your sense. I mean, you feel you're growing, expanding, and you're just halfway there, wherever there is.
I don't know where I'm going. I know I'm 36 years old, and I have different thoughts than I had when I was 26. But and I don't know what I'm going to think about when I'm 46. So I know I want to continue trying to travel with in my career with what I'm thinking about. And
That's the job. That's the job, is figuring out where you're at
Yeah.
at that moment, and you do that then, and then by the time it's over with, you want to go the other way.
Yeah, and it's trusting your instincts. You know, trusting your instincts, but you've also got to be. I mean, you got to. I would assume, to have the phenomenal box office success he's had. You know, there's something behind that. There is trusting your instincts, but you are delivering something to an audience.
Yeah.
There's some sense of insight, intelligence.
Yeah.
Magic.
I would say that Adam. I've walked down the street with movie stars, and I've never seen anything like it when Adam walks down the street.
What happens?
It's he's there. He's present. He's not somewhere else, and people just respond to that, and that's what I respond to.
How many films do you have that haven't been released right now?
Oh, I have Paul's film.
Right.
I have an animated movie coming out, and it's a holiday movie coming out Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Shot a movie with the great Jack Nicholson.
Which one was that?
That's called Anger Management.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable in it. And that'll come out next year. I don't know. I'm working a lot, but that's now I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Wait. I'm not. I don't have anything.
You have nothing to do now. You want to take some time off?
No. I don't want to.
God
do
forbid.
That.
No.
I don't want to really have to think too much about myself. I need to jump into the work
and lose yourself in the
keep
work.
hiding. I keep hiding. I don't want to get to know me.
You don't?
It's pathetic.
Now, what about Barry Egan? Is he pathetic?
I think he's pretty.
What? Savvy? So what? Pretty.
An actor's never going to say his character's pathetic in a movie.
No, it's not.
He's pathetic at times.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
What's the phone sex thing about?
I think that's loneliness. Wanting to talk. I don't think he's that.
Different from a lot of other men.
Yeah. Well, man, this guy, he's not. I don't think it's a sexual call as much as he wants to actually talk to somebody. And you know, maybe at the end of the scene, he is a man. He gets excited about some of the things the lady's talking about.
Yeah.
Thank God we don't see that.
I was going to say, we don't have that clip, folks.
No, you don't want to see that ever in real life either.
All right, one more clip here before we move on to some other things. This is where Lena, played by Emily Watson, comes to visit Barry at his office. Take a look.
Do you have brothers or sisters?
No, I'm the exact opposite.
That must be nice. That must be really, really, really...
No, it's terrible. What's the pudding for?
That's something else. You want to get pancakes?
Yes, we are.
You won some awards for this, but you after the first 2 weeks of filming, you just scrapped it.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I think we were just trying to find our footing and trying to figure out what the hell we were doing, and I think I tried to figure out a plan on making this movie. Normally you go in, you've got a schedule, you're going to make that schedule, and you're going to do that.
Right.
But after having done it a few times, I sort of figured out how to spend the money properly. And not that I'd ever wasted before, but essentially you can shoot for a lot longer than you might normally think. It's just a sort of about proper money management. So it enabled us to really take our time. And the first couple of weeks, I think there's some stuff that remained, but essentially we were just trying to find our footing.
Yeah.
And
or somebody might say, get your rhythm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And once it happened, you sort of look back, you go, okay, now we're getting to work. So you sort of throw some things out the window, but still stuff remained, so it wasn't completely a wash. But but it was the luxury that came from just learning more about how to budget the movie and make it last.
Do you think of yourself as a comedian who acts, or do you simply think that you have gone from being a comedian now, settled into that you are an actor?
Boy, I don't know. I don't think about what I am too much. I was obsessed with comedy, and I still am. And but I also, I went to college. I studied acting. It was on my mind too to just be an actor. So I'm not exactly sure what the hell I am.
What's the best comedic experience you've ever had? I mean, is it Saturday Night Live? I mean, who taught you the essential sort of skills?
Oh, well, these two guys at Saturday Night Live, Robert Smigel and Jim Downey, were my, I became very close with them, and I think the writers that I laughed the most at their stuff, and I love their taste. And I'm not saying they love my taste, but I'm saying that if they laughed at something I did when Wednesday's read-through, we would read a skit, and if I looked up and saw Downey laughing, I knew that life was good right there.
Are you born with timing, or do you learn timing?
I think you learn confidence. So that's what happened with me. My timing was, I can tell when I'm not funny. It's usually when I'm rushing and when I'm kind of scared, and show the audience sees I'm scared. If I'm feeling comfortable, it's usually all right.
It's about everything, isn't it? I mean, it's true about sports. It's true about a tennis stroke or a golf stroke. Yeah. It's true about this. It's true if the confidence gives you an ease that
definitely,
that makes you do it, allows you to do it better.
If you see a pitcher looking a little nervous to face a batter, you usually can tell he's not going to pitch too well.
Exactly right. I mean, and pitchers who intimidate as if they, I've got your number and here it comes.
Exactly. Yeah. Clemens scares you.
Yeah, Clemens scares you, and for a lot of reasons. Clemens scares you. Yeah. Emily Watson.
Yeah.
She's
phenomenal.
Why'd you cast her?
She's I've been a fan since Breaking the Waves.
Yeah. Oh man.
Right. And you just figure, you just see somebody give a performance like that. It's the same thing as with Adam. You think they got balls. I want to be around them. I want to jump off a cliff with them. Someone that daring. And I think that I had in my mind, if you're making a romantic comedy where two people fall in love, they have to be a handsome couple.
Right.
It's like a prerequisite. And I thought that the two of them together made a handsome couple.
That's good.
Handsome couple.
Well, as good as I can get. Emily kind of, it's like 80-20.
Is your audience, you would know more about this, and perhaps you don't even think in terms of sort of this kind of analysis. Is your audience predominantly young, teenage guys?
Well, I've heard that. I've heard that. I mean, I think that's what's written a lot about.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm giving you a chance to say.
And it's.
I happen to know a lot of babes watch me.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I just know I have different people who talk to me on my movies.
Well, probably many people watch his movies, as we believe. Then all of them are there.
The entire world.
Exactly.
It's different age groups, but it doesn't matter. I have seen a lot of stuff where they say Adam Sandler's just young boys, but I've talked to some my mother's friends think I'm all right too.
Well, they have a bit of bias there.
Well, even the ones who don't like her think I'm all right, which is a big percentage.
Yeah. And what do you think of all these comparisons you see between you and Jim Carrey?
Oh, well, I think it's natural for that to happen. I know Carrie since I'm a young guy. I knew him since I'm like 22, and I love him. And we're both comedians. And
He's the best physical comedian there is. Isn't he?
Yeah. He is. It's funny when you go to when I go to a Carrie movie and I watch him. I go, oh wow, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do what he just did. So I know he does stuff that I don't try to do, and I think I do my own thing. Yeah. But I do love him.
Let me take a look at another. This is part of the scene in the trailer. This is where you take Lance, who's played by Louis Guzman,
yes.
To the grocery store to buy some more pudding. Here it is.
You can go to places in the world with pudding. That is funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's some good dancing.
Yeah,
huh?
right on.
Yeah, no lessons required for that either.
No,
That was just kind of a natural rhythm.
Yeah, well, I'm a natural at a lot of things. That's one of them.
Tell me, do you have any like dreams, obsessions, anything that you're desperate to do?
You know what I want to do? I want to actually become in life a little more centered and normal at home. Try to be able to just not have to work as much as I do.
Are you serious now?
Yeah, yes.
You're not putting me on.
No, I'd like to just be a normal person and not, I love what I'm getting to do. I'm not complaining about anything.
Right.
I want to continue working hard,
Right.
but I'd like to be able to, take my girlfriend, fiance out there and spend a full meal without in my head going, man, I think I have to write something. I'm a little
Do you
nuts.
feel a little insecurity there?
I don't know if I'm insecure as much as I want to get a lot done.
Yeah. In other words, if you got this idea, I better give it. I want to make sure I give it full flight.
I do. I am. I was talking to Paul the other night on the phone. When I'm not, if I don't try to accomplish something, I feel like I might be screwing up a little bit.
I mean, this is the reason he's so successful.
Maybe.
It's a sickness, really.
It is a sickness.
I mean, I'm telling you, that's the reason, isn't it?
You not like that,
I mean,
Charlie?
I do like that. I am, of course, but
Yeah. What are we going to do? We have to talk to someone
We
about
do.
this. You got to get a good shrink on the show. and
yes,
help
we
us
do.
out.
As to why we keep working as hard as we do, and
Yeah.
why we can constantly trying to make sure that,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like preparing for a segment. You just, you
Yeah, I'm
can never
sure.
learn enough about
I'm
somebody
sure.
to explore who they are and what. Sometimes you don't do it as well as you'd like to, and sometimes you don't get around to all the things. But it's always that idea that maybe I can do this better. Maybe there's a key out there that somehow maybe I'll read something like the aforementioned quote at the beginning that will somehow unlock what it is about this person that makes them interesting. Constantly trying, whether it's an athlete or a scientist or a politician or whoever it might be. Did you have to rein him in at all? Did you have to say?
No.
Did you have to direct him at all?
Yeah.
In what way?
Just watching. Guy, keeping an eye on how he was feeling, That's really just the job, is just being an audience and making sure they don't stray and watching.
Keeping them focused or not focused, but what?
Well, it's just being a collaborator. You're both after the same thing. You have your idea of what good is and what quality is, and it can be after 10 or 15 takes of trying to get it right for many different reasons, it can become really easy to just lose the plot a little bit as an actor,
or lose a lot of things, urgency, or lose a sense of energy, lose a
all
sense
of that.
of moment.
Does not make you a bad actor. It's just natural. What did you eat? Have you eaten enough lunch? All right, okay, where are we in the day? It's never going to happen today. We're going to try it tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's the job, and it's just you're looking out for someone's well-being. That's really what you do.
Actors can feel that too, can't they? That somebody's looking out for them.
Oh yeah, that's
that
right.
a director is, really is looking out for my best interest here.
That's right. Yeah. Well, it's also the fact that the movies he's made already, and to me, I love them so much that helped the trust of taking risks and saying he's going to do the right thing with my performance. He's going to make me He ain't gonna hang me out to dry.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to, if I'm not there, if I'm doing something that what might not be right.
Right.
Bring it. Did you view this as a risk? This role?
I after we were doing it, and I would hear people say to me, it's like me and Paul we became very friendly, and we were psyched about the movie, and we were talking about Barry Egan and Lena a lot for the characters, and then out of nowhere you'd hear, "Oh, you guys are doing a movie again? That's weird."
It doesn't make sense.
It's not weird when you're doing your work, and it's weird. Something snaps you back out. Someone says, "What are you working with Adam Sandler? Or we're working together?"
I remember you from Magnolia.
Yeah, and that snaps you back, but you're in the work, and there's nothing odd at all.
Yeah. Will you do anything you don't write?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. No. I mean, is writing what comes first for you?
Mm-hmm. Writing is great because it's the alone time, for the most part. It's the recharging of your batteries. You get this you get to be working like you guys were talking about working. You get to constantly be working, but you can conduct a bit of a life at the same time, and you can go anywhere in the world, and that's sort of a wonderful thing. And it's alone time before it becomes a completely social experience for the next 2 years, when all you're doing is interacting with people. It's always nice to sort of come to the end of a movie. Great, I get to go be alone for a while now.
Don't you feel lucky? I am happiest, I think, when I am working with people that I care about. I don't mean a lot of people I care about, but the idea of working. The joy of working, if you're doing things you enjoy, and you're with people that you genuinely care about, and there's a shared passion.
There's nothing better.
Nope. There is nothing better. You agree?
I do agree. It makes you get to share I don't know, when people talk about the movie and they walk out of the theater and they like it, and I'm just glad I get to share that with Paul. And Emily and Philip Hoffman and Louis and everybody in the movie. It is cool to have that connection the rest of your life.
Philip Hoffman's great, too.
Yeah, he's great in the movie, too. Yeah, he's very nice.
Oh, he is amazing.
He's pretty hot stuff.
Yeah. And he's in Red Dragon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you go to movies a lot?
Yeah, I'll go see that.
Of course.
I'm sorry. I do. I go to the movies a lot.
Yeah.
Me and the girl go there, sit down together. I enjoy popcorn. I enjoy the flicks.
But you do like them, and
I love
Can you go out to the theater or not?
I do a lot. Yeah.
But not in disguise or just
no,
like
no,
you are?
no. I just sit there.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I would too. Is he putting me on?
No.
No. Oh, no, he's not putting you on. No, I'd like to see him go in disguise, because that is so far from
him.
Yeah. No, I go to...
Oh, they will let you alone? I mean, you can go?
If I go to a movie and it's very light in there and it's crowded, people will say hello.
Yeah, right.
But once the movie starts, unless I'm in it, then it's pretty weird. You don't want to be have the whole crowd know you're there.
Oh, I see. So you wouldn't want to be seen watching your own movies?
Well, that might affect the audience thinking they have to laugh harder for my sake, or boo harder.
How many times have you seen this film?
Well, I saw it with the man himself alone
you and
couple
P.T.
times.
sat there and watched it?
Yes, holding like this, holding each other.
So just take me there. So you're watching this. Is it kind of clinical? Is it...
No.
You're just having fun, saying, man, weren't we good? Isn't this work? This is great. This is better than I thought it was? Or none of the above?
It was a lot of things. I remember when you showed me like 20 minutes of it.
I showed him cut scenes at the Avid, but I thought the best way, because we'd worked for so long and so intricately, that the best thing to do was for just him and I to go and watch it at my house, and sit there and just kind of sort of wonder what we'd done and talk about it some more, and sort of a weird thing, because it's over. It's kind of over for him at that point, and he's got to stare at himself for an hour and a half. You kind of want to make sure it's a nice, comfortable venue. So
true.
There you are. How do you are you still alive? Are you breathing? Are you happy? But I think we knew we'd worked so closely together. It wasn't like there was going to be a ton of surprises.
Right.
I think we knew where we were both working towards. So it was just kind of nice to share it, and I think we had some pride.
Yeah, right.
I think we
proud of it.
I think we did have a really nice night that night, and a lot of pride looking back on 2 years worth of work that you couldn't help but be happy.
You feel good about it.
Yeah. Very, very proud of it. Very. I'm just excited for people to see it. It's like when we watched it alone, and then we were in Toronto a couple weeks ago and watched it with a big crowd, and it was like 11 o'clock at night. And I tell you, when we watched it alone, I didn't know how people were going to respond when they saw it. I know that the movies I've done before, I know the full intention is to make an audience laugh and get as many laughs as we can get. All of a sudden, when we were alone, I was like, oh wow, I don't know what the response is going to be. And then in Toronto, it was pretty interesting that Barry Egan his pain was getting a lot of laughs. And he got a lot of
Barry Egan's pain is getting a lot of laughs.
He was his journey.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks.
Great to see you again.
Thank you.
The movie is called Punch Drunk Love. It opens on October 11th in New York and LA. It opens nationally on October 18th. The star is Adam Sandler. I hope you'll come back.
Hey, thank you. I'd love to.
Well,
That was fun.
thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.